Okay, here's the Avalon water cooler that just came in. UPS just dropped it off. It's the A13, which is, I believe, the top of the line model. It's above the A5, mainly because it's got more electronic controls and it's got a little sturdier build. But it's basically the same unit. It came double boxed. This is the outer box. This is the inner box. This just pulls straight up. So it came well packed. Came with the styrofoam on the inside, so there'll be no damage to this unit. This thing's back. Let's see what this thing looks like. Okay, we can see it's stainless steel look. Manuals on the side, power cord, packed in styrofoam. So let me lift it up, pull it out like this. Okay, it looks like we got the filters. And more styrofoam packing. So this is what it looks like. I'll get it set up. We have a water drain, we have a utility sink this is going to sit right next to, so it should be pretty easy to put in the water connection. And, but I didn't see too many of these Avalon A13s out there on YouTube, so I thought I'd do a quick one so you guys can see what it looks like. So I'll be back as soon as I reset this up. Okay, we got the Avalon A13 installed. It's a pretty simple job. It took about 15-20 minutes, and that includes flushing out the filters. But our utility sink is right next to it, so it made it super easy. All you have to do is put a T connection into the cold water line, and then run the plastic hose they give you from the T connection to the back of this unit. And that plastic hose is just pushing connection, so there's no other messing around with hardware. So it's a pretty simple job, a pretty quick job. The only thing is you got to be a little bit acrobatic in getting underneath the sink to tap into the cold water line, but that only took a few minutes. Now this is the A13. Avalon makes three basic models of the Bottleless water cooler. They have the A5, A7, A13. The A7 is basically the water cooler without the room temperature, so you got hot and cold. The A7 gives you the room temperature option, basically push button, while the A13 is the top of the line unit, and it's got more of electronic controls up top versus the push button. We got a single spout. The A5 has three spouts, one for each water temperature. So this is a little better done. It's probably a later design. Overall quality of this unit is a little better than the A7. We got the smudge-proof stainless steel on it. Now around back we have this is the nightlight switch. Cold water to turn it on, hot water on. If you don't want hot water, cold water, you can leave it off. You got an ozone switch here that once you switch it on, what it does is that it shoots ozone through the system for about 90 minutes to sanitize the whole unit. You still have to do your basic water cooler cleaning once in a while, but the ozone will take care of most of your sanitizing for you. We got the drip tray here with the float indicator. You open up the door, and here we got the two filter banks, pretty large size. These are NSF rated, so that's good, you know. And we got the smart sediment charcoal, so when you put your new filters in, you won't get them mixed up. There's your pump on the bottom. I'll do a noise test later so we can hear the compressor running. Right now it's shut down. And this is the compressor. Very small. In fact, here's what it looks like when we had a 5-gallon water cooler, the difference in size. And we just got tired of lugging up the 5-gallon on top, and you know, it's a pretty messy job, and then running out to the store every time to fill it up. Whereas this thing here, it's limitless, so as long as your water supply is working, you're going to have this thing working. Okay. Room temperature is at 2.2 liters per minute, and a 2.2 liters per minute, I'm sorry, on the cold, and 2 liters per minute on the cool output, or the room temperature. So that's pretty good water flow. That's a liter is, you know, almost a quart. So the hot water capacity is 4 liters per hour at over 185 degrees. The hot water tank is 1.16 liters. Cold water capacity is 2.5 liters per hour at less than 50 degrees. And the cold tank volume is 3.6 liters. So it's got enough capacity, and it's got a pretty decent water flow. I mean, it's not as fast as a sink, but it's definitely quicker than your refrigerator water dispenser. And when these things flash, that means, you know, it's heating up the water or it's cooling down the water. But I think right now we could do a water test. So let me set up, and we'll see what the temperature is of the water that's coming out of the dispenser. Wow. Let's try the cold. Now, cold is 41 degrees, so that's cold. Okay, let's do the hot water test. Hopefully we can focus in on the temperature. Let me unlock it. 195 degrees. Well, that's plenty enough for ramen soup and hot water and cold water. Next. Okay, I'm going to run a sound test of this Avalon A13 here. We just hooked it up, so both the compressor and the hot water heater is working. I got the meter out, and we're right on top of the machine at the noisiest point, and we're barely getting in. So we're not even getting 60 dBs. This is right on top of the machine. If I were to stand back, and I'm about 3-4 feet away, and nothing. Just got sort of like a low sound, but it's not noticeable at all. I mean, I'm about 4 feet away from it now, and below 60 dB, so it's pretty quiet. You can see both compressors and the heating element is working. So once it shuts down, there'll be zero noise naturally.